Hello, I'm Cat Salvini, and my earliest memory is being sat on the kitchen counter at home, wooden spoon in hand, my mum wearing this exact apron, me with melted chocolate and biscuit crumbs smeared over my face. My mum's making Rocky Road, and I'm helping? So a lot has changed since then. I'm now a civil engineering student. So I make a lot more concrete, a little bit less cake, and my mother will testify I make the same amount of mess. So concrete is the foundation of the modern world. It's found in over 90% of buildings worldwide. But what actually is it? Well, that did not change slide. It turns out that concrete and Rocky Road are two similar substances. They're both composite materials, which means that they're made up of smaller pieces of other materials held together by a sticky liquid or binder, and this sets and hardens over time. In terms of concrete, this binder is cement, and it's a powder that we mix with water. In terms of Rocky Road, it's melted chocolate. This is going to be a mess. Most of the volume of concrete is taken up by what engineers call coarse aggregates, or small stones. These give the final product a similar strength and toughness to quarried rock, but it's a lot cheaper. In terms of home baking, we're talking about the marshmallows and the glassy cherries. So, now that we have most of the ingredients in the bowl, if we were to go just with this, we would have A, a lot of mess, and B, a lot of space between the aggregates that would cost us a lot to fill if we were just using the binder. So we have what we call fine aggregate, or to use the technical term, sand. So for us, this is the digestive biscuit crumbs. These are important because they fill up the spaces between the bigger stones. And without it, if you took a bite into a piece of Rocky Road and there was an air bubble, you'd understandably be a little bit disappointed. With concrete, it's a much more important and a much more serious issue, because if you have lots of gaps, then nasty chemicals like de-icing salts can get in and cause damage to the structure. And over time, this can lead to the degradation, the damage of the structure, and make it unsafe for humans to use. So, concrete, just like home baking, just like Rocky Road, you need to mix it all together. And once you've got it, you put it into a mold, because we need it to set and harden in the shape that we want so that it's useful. Then we need to cure it. Curing is an important process, and it's when the binder sets and gains strength. For Rocky Road, this happens really quickly. A couple of hours in the fridge will do it. Whereas for concrete, it can take up to a month and is best done in water. It's just as well that there's a Blue Peter finish, and I made some concrete and some Rocky Road earlier. Thank you very much. I've been Cat Salvini.